All right, boys and girls, hunting season, archery season actually, is right around the corner, just a few days away from whitetail opening up down here. A lot of areas whitetail's already opened up. But anyways, part of that means that you're going to have the proper equipment after you harvest your deer or kill your deer. I'm sorry if that bugs people, but I like to say kill because we're not picking deer out of the ground. We're taking their lives and then we're eating them, and if that bothers some people, I apologize, but I don't like mixing terms. Anyways, hang on, there's a squirrel in that tree right there, and he looks super tasty, and I hate to get sidetracked, but I do have ADD, and if that sucker is still there at the end of this video, y'all will see a squirrel recipe on my Facebook page later on today, because I will eat that sucker by the time this day is over with. Anyways, back to deer. So last year, Blackwater had 612 clients. So that is a lot of animals that have to be skinned, caped, and quartered. That is also a lot of extremely proud ladies and gentlemen showing off their favorite hunting knife and how they skin and cape and quarter stuff. Mind you, we do probably 95% of everything that gets killed in our company. Myself or one of the guys that work for Blackwater will do the skin caping and quartering, but there are a lot of clients, or a few clients, that prefer to do it themselves and enjoy it, and they have their favorite knife or favorite way of doing that. I will tell you this from experience, and as a side note, Blackwater's still a small channel. We have no sponsors, okay? We do have some guides and outfitter discounts from different companies that are kind enough to do that for any guide or outfitter out there, not just us. Anybody that is a guide or outfitter and has proper documentation to show that, I guess you would say, can go and get these discounts. However, the company that I prefer to use, I have yet to find a guide or outfitter discount on. So the product that I choose as my favorite product, I pay full price for, just like anybody else does. I actually bought a new one just for this video, so I wouldn't be showing a bunch of old, bloody, unclean stuff on here. But anyways, I picked it up at Cabela's yesterday, just so I could show you guys. And keep in mind that I'm probably not the best in the world at this. We like to joke around about how fast we can do it. Now there's two giant Eurasian dove right there sitting on my kid's playhouse that I could smoke also and have squirrel and dove for lunch. And this is driving me crazy that I'm trying to do this video right now, and I've got all this great food sitting out here in front of my truck because the rain just finally stopped. Anyways, so I got the new knife so I could show you guys how to do this, and I will cut to that. Like I said, I might not be the best in the world at this, but we are probably faster than most and get to experience cleaning deer more than the average person. Like I said, we had 612 hunters last year, and we very rarely, if ever, have guys that leave camp without taking an animal. So that's a lot of animals that we get to skin, cape, and quarter each year. So to jump to it so that I don't make this 30 minutes long, my go-to, my very favorite, I think the best product out on the market for you to skin, cape, and quarter a deer with, or any animal, because we do all kind of animals. But whether you've got a skinning rack or whether you're in the field when it happens, my favorite product is the Havalon Talon set. Okay, this is new. I think they came out with this last year, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to cost you about $75, give or take a few dollars, depending on where you buy it. But any hunting knife that's actually worth having is going to cost you around that amount of money. I know some people argue with me and say, I've had my grandpappy's that cost him $12 in 1942 and it still skins deer good, and that's awesome. That's awesome, and the nostalgia of that and the heritage and the history, awesome. You'll never find somebody that gets pumped up about old-time hunting stuff more than myself. But for the things that I use this for and the amount of animals that I skin, cape, and quarter every year, I have never found a better product than the Havalon Talon. And I have used pretty much everything on the market, with the exception of the Raptor razor stuff. I've never used those. I've seen a lot of people use them. They do look cool. Not sure how that would fit my hand, and you know, I haven't found a place I could just pick one up, and I kind of hate ordering stuff online if I've never actually got to play with it before. So that's probably the reason I've never used a Raptor razor knife. But this right here is my go-to, and I'll open it up and show you guys. So you do get this packet. I usually just roll it back up when I'm done, stick it right back in my Ranger. I got one in the Ranger, one in the truck. Everywhere I go, I've got this with me. I've also got a knife box that I keep in the back if I go do hunts that are not around a skin and shed, that I can open up my game cleaning box, and I've got all my game cleaning bags, gloves for people that like to wear gloves, knives, extra blades, and hand wipes, so when you're done you can clean up, and trash bags in there so that you throw your trash in the trash bag and not out on the ground somewhere. Anyways, this opens up. It's got a place for your actual knife handle here, and then your blades as they go. The cool thing about this is that it comes with, okay, well, I'll just show you. You get this handle here, all right, and it looks just like kind of the regular Havalons do, with the little clip that you insert there, but on this one it has a small lever that you just, or a button that you push, and that allows you to clip in or release. It also has this, which is really nice, but this locks it to where no matter what you do, you can't get that blade off. That's extremely important, especially when you're messing around with Havalons, because Havalons are obviously surgical blades, and they're extremely sharp, and so it's extremely easy to cut yourself, and cut yourself bad, with a Havalon. So having the ability to lock it to where you're not in a deer and that slip off, the blade slip off, which I have experienced in the past with some of the other Havalons. You know, you go in to make a cut and the blade kind of gets stuck, and you pull back on your cut and the whole thing pops off. Well, your hand's still there, and it will slice the piss out of you when you do that. But this keeps it locked in, so that's not going to happen. I think that is a huge new attribute that these knives have, and a great safety feature that these guys have built into this. When you buy this, it comes with 2 of the 3-inch with the gut hook, just slick beveled edge blades. It comes with 1 serrated 3-inch. Sorry, I didn't put that on screen good. And then it comes with one of the, I believe this is the 5-inch that it comes with, fillet type deal. You can also get a 7. It also has spots for 7-inch and 9-inch Havalon. The company does make the 7-inch and 9-inch replaceable blades, which are great if you're going to do stuff like deboning meat, cutting sinew out of meat, and the whole 9 yards, anything like that. Or if you just like a longer knife blade to work with, obviously it's good for that too. I've also used that on fish, filleting fish. The 9-inch blades do have a good bend to them, and you can fillet the fish, and it's good to go. The serrated edge blade, never have used one of those. In any of these Havalon Talons I've bought, I've never used this. I've probably got 6 of these blades just from the original packages that I've never used. I've never found a use for the serrated edge while I'm skinning, caping, or quartering an animal, and so therefore I've never used that one. I wish that they would just, I almost wish they would take that out and give you another of the smooth bevel edge blades. But I'm sure there's people out there that use a serrated for something, or they would not continue to put them in there. These blades right here, the serrated bevel edge blades, absolutely fantastic. They have a gut hook on them, and that gut hook is legit, man. An easy 100 animals that you can use that gut hook on without it going dull on you. So that is a huge plus for me, because I don't care how good you are with a regular knife or with this portion, this side of a regular blade. You cannot zip an animal faster than a guy with a gut hook can. Okay, so if it's hanging, you can go up on the legs where you've made your inserts to put your gambrel in, and you can go 1, 2, all the way down. No problem, and it's done like that. If you're going to cape around something, instead of sitting there and flopping hair everywhere or trying to get your knife underneath it without poking the belly, you can go right here and you can zip completely around that deer to tube it and start caping it out. So huge benefit to have the razor sharp surgical blades with a freaking awesome gut hook on it. Okay, and you get 2 of these in the package. All right, another big benefit, because Havalon used to not have these these type blades. It used to just always be those 60As or 70s or whatever surgical blades. Now they have these. So everybody at one point was telling me, you got to switch to outdoor edge. You got to switch to outdoor edge. They got a bigger blade, a bigger handle. It's easier to use. I did. I switched to outdoor edge for just a little bit. If you look at the outdoor edge, their knife blade is about this, as far as how, I don't know what the word would be, but how tall it is. It's very short blade that just attaches to the main blade on, or the main receiver on the outdoor edge. It's kind of flimsy. It's not fun to get in and get out. And I just didn't like it. You end up running your actual receiver portion on the meat and on the hide way too much, in my opinion, whereas this gives you the entire width of an actual blade to use. The handle portion doesn't touch any part of your meat, hair, or hide. This is also an extremely thick blade. You could, I don't want to do it too hard because I'll slip and cut the piss out of myself, but you can try to bend that as much as you want, and you're not bending that blade. You can take those outdoor edge blades and you can bend them right in half if you want to. This is like a real knife blade that just clips into your handle here. So basically, and it comes with these points so you don't stab yourself getting it out of the package, but basically all you do is you push down. First of all, let me make sure it's unlocked. You push down on that, you clip that in, you let it go, lock it back in, boom, and you're on there. Not coming off. You've got a great handle to be able to use. It's tough. It's got good grips on there in case it's wet. You're not going to slip off of there. It's even got a thumb portion on the back side of it to where when you're using the gut hook, you can push your thumb up against that and really slice down that stuff great. And then if you go to, it's got the thumb on the back and it's got the same indentation on the front, so when you start caping or slicing or whatever, you got that. To get it out, all you got to do is push that button again, boom, pop it right back out, you're good to go. For $70, you cannot purchase a better hunting knife. I shouldn't say hunting knife. For $70, you cannot purchase a better skinning, caping, and quartering knife than what Havalon has put in to the Havalon Talon series. Especially considering you've got the pack that you can put your blades back in, you can put your knife handle back in, you can wrap it back up, clip it back together, and everything stays there. Because losing knife handles and losing blades when you use surgical type blade equipment is a huge negative right now. And this packet makes things 10 times better when you're able to just put stuff back where they go. Everything has its own spot. You're able to put it back where it goes and keep that with you really forever. They've got all these blades that I'm talking about are all sold also as replaceables. So once you buy the $70 set, from that point forward, all you have to do from then out, or I guess I should say from then on, is just replace the blades. Also, if you get a bunch of crap inside your knife and you need to clean it, you can actually unlock it and take every one of these things apart. The knife will actually come apart in the middle. You can clean everything out. If you're one of those neat freak type guys, you can clean everything out and restore it till it's brand new again, put it all back together, and then put it back in the pack. I'm not that guy, so I just hit it with the power washer and put it back in the bag. But Point being, for a knife to use, skinning, caping, and quartering, in our industry today, there is not one that is better made than the Havalon Talon series. I suggest you go get one. I know they sell them online. They sell them at Cabela's. I've never seen Havalon products sold in the Academy, which is a Texas thing. But I do know they sell them in Cabela's, Bass Pro Shop, and those are pretty much in every state now. So if you're looking for one, go get you one. They don't pay me to say this. I just skin, cape, and quarter a whole bunch of animals, and I'm letting you guys know that, in my opinion, this is as good as it gets. Hope you enjoyed this review. You got anything else you want to see, please let us know. Your Asian dove's still on top of there, and the squirrel's still in the tree. I'm about to go get me some lunch.